LinguaSpectrum idioms.
Meet idioms. Let's first meet the meat. Unless you're a vegetarian, you eat meat. The meat we eat is of two types, red meat and white meat. Red meat comes from mammals. White meat comes from birds. 3 mammals provide us with most of our red meat: cows, pigs, and sheep. The meat from a cow is called beef. The meat from a pig is called pork, ham, or bacon. The meat from a sheep is called lamb or mutton. Lamb is the meat from a young sheep. Mutton is the meat from an old sheep. 2 birds provide us with most of our white meat: chickens and turkeys. Unlike red meat, white meat keeps the name of the animal from which it comes. The meat from a chicken is called chicken. The meat from a turkey is called turkey. The meat from a duck is called duck. Duck, goose, pheasant, grouse, partridge, and quail are also eaten. These birds are called game birds. Chicken and turkey are called poultry. All birds that we eat can be called fowl. Now you have all the technical details you need to enjoy this video. Some people like technical details. Some people don't. Another way of saying this is, one man's meat is another man's poison. Don't chicken out of learning the technical stuff. If you learn the technical stuff, you'll master these idioms like a duck to water. I think that the best way for me to present these idioms is in groups. I'll start with meat in general. The stereotypical meal in Britain is meat and 2 veg. But beware. Meat and 2 veg is also the slang term for a man's penis and testicles. Ooh, shock, horror. Come on. Such language is the meat and potatoes of learning English. So you can't beef about me including it here. Such rich vocabulary will really beef up your English. But if you do have a beef with it, just add it to the comments. You never know, one day such knowledge could save your bacon. I'm just happy that teaching you these idioms can help me bring home the bacon. I just hope I'm not being too ham-fisted with my explanations. And if I sometimes ham it up, I only do so to make the language memorable. Okay, that's it for cows and pigs. Don't sheepishly follow me on to sheep. Be determined and fearless in your English studies. You might make mistakes as you learn, but what does it matter? You might as well be hung for a sheep as a lamb. So experiment with the language. If you're going to get embarrassed by little mistakes, you might as well make big ones too. We'll have these idioms mastered in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Have you ever seen an aggressive lamb? Probably not. That's why we have the expression, as gentle as a lamb. This describes sweet, innocent, mild-mannered people. Innocent is probably not an adjective I'd choose. For someone who looks like mutton dressed as lamb. We use this expression to describe a woman who tries to look much younger. As I said earlier, mutton is from old sheep. It's usually tough and needs a lot of cooking. Lamb is from young sheep and is very tender. So you can see why we use the expression mutton dressed as lamb. If you're no spring chicken, don't try to pretend that you are. Grow old gracefully. There's no point running around like a headless chicken, trying to stop time. We all grow old, and all the plastic surgeons in the world can't save us. And anyway, plastic surgery isn't exactly chicken feed, is it? It's very expensive. Still, people who have plastic surgery are definitely not chicken-hearted. You wouldn't get me going under the knife. It looks very painful. I'd chicken out before we got to the operating theatre. I'd squeal like a stuck pig if I felt the slightest pain. Ow! I'd also be afraid that the surgeon would make a pig's ear of things. Not that you can make a silk purse from a sow's ear. Getting a nose job or a chin tuck is a bit like buying a pig in a poke. You never know what you're going to get until it's too late. Still, those who have plastic surgery know that one day their chickens will come home to roost. They often look more ridiculous the older they get. People who are addicted to plastic surgery need to go cold turkey. Most people won't talk turkey about this subject. I've probably put the cat among the pigeons with my comments. I'll probably get lots of comments saying I shouldn't grouse about things. But such comments will be like water off a duck's back. What do I care? When you put these videos in the public domain, you make yourself a sitting duck. I'm hardly a lame duck, am I? And if this video gets just one view, at least it won't be out for a duck. I won't count my chickens before they're hatched. But I think this video will be quite successful. I hope you found it interesting and useful. Now do the extras to really beef up your understanding of these idioms. I'll be back with my next video in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. So we'll meet again.